What's up, guys? It's me, Alan. I'm back with another video. Back with my 2022 Extreme Rules predictions. And I'm doing this now, at the beginning of the week, instead of at the end of the week, because one, I've got a bunch of stuff going on this week, and two, other reasons. We'll get into all of that momentarily. With that being said, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos and streams. I do apologize for not doing any NASCAR reactions this past weekend, but truck race was on while I was at work, so I couldn't have done that. I could have done the Xfinity race, but I was with spending time out in the living room with the fam, doing a little celebrating. And then Sunday, I was out all day with my, and whatnot, because Sunday was my 21st birthday. So, yeah. No, I did not take my first drink. No, and I do not plan on doing that. So, there you go. But yeah, no, that was fun. And as far as why I'm doing this video now, mainly it's because of the fact that I don't think we're going to get anything added to the card. I think Triple H is going to stay with the 6 matches that he's got, which is pretty cool. Because, I mean, with Vince, it probably would be like 7 or 8 matches or whatever. So this is a 6 match, sort of like the vibe of what Triple H was doing with takeovers, with the number of matches, unless it was like Stand and Deliver or something. So, I mean, Extreme Rules is gonna be wild, and I can't fucking wait. The other reason why I'm not doing this after Smackdown on Friday is because I'm actually going to Smackdown on Friday, potentially with my dad, potentially not. We'll see. I've never been to Worcester before, so that's kind of why I'm looking in to see if he'll go with me. But either way, I'm going. It'll be the first time I've ever been to a WWE show of any kind whatsoever. I didn't get to go to the house show that they did in Manchester, New Hampshire, a couple of months ago. I didn't get to go. So I'm going to the SmackDown Go Home show before Extreme Rules. And then Saturday night, I will be doing a live reaction stream for Extreme Rules. So, back-to-back nights of just awesomeness. I can't fucking wait. This is gonna be insane. I will have my my Extreme Rules Road to Revenge series booking video out sometime this week. I'm gonna try to get that out by like Wednesday or Thursday. So, stay tuned for that. Make sure to check out all of the previous videos in that series if you're not caught up. I'll leave a link in the description. And with that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump into this. 6 matches and one big-ass return to talk about. Woo, baby! So, where do we even start with this card? I guess we'll start with the Brawling Brutes against Imperium in a 6-man tag team good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. The second of its kind, the first having been Sheamus versus McIntyre, which McIntyre won to put himself into the Money in the Bank ladder match. What these two teams have going, and by the way, it is so awesome to see Imperium back together again. They have been since Clash in the Castle. It's some awesome stuff. Apparently the Brawling Brutes are going to be on NXT tomorrow night, so that's something to keep an eye out on. If I had to pick a winner here, to be honest with you, I'm taking Imperium. I do think that they will stand tall. They will get the dub. And yeah, so Imperium scores the win over the Brutes. When are we getting Pete Dunne back? That'd be nice to know. So I think the next one I'm going to go for is Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins in the fight pit. Yes, Triple H is bringing the fight pit to the main roster. And motherfucking Daniel Cormier, if you don't know who that is, he's a UFC Hall of Famer, he will be the special guest ref. And I actually saw somebody tweet about this. Cormier and Rollins are buddy-buddy. You know, Riddle's a former UFC guy. This is perfect. It is so fucking cool to see that this match, or this match type, will be in a main roster show, on top of which War Games come into Survivor Series. Oh boy, that's going to be crazy. But in terms of this match, Seth has been talking a load of shit towards Riddle. Riddle has experience in the fight pit. He's battled in there before. Rollins hasn't. On one hand, I could see Seth winning. On the other hand, I think Riddle hands Seth a massive comeuppance in the fight pit. The fight pit will be his element. I'm taking Riddle to win this one. I don't know why, but other than the fact that, you know, he's been in the fight pit before, he knows how it works, I definitely think Riddle gets it done, and he beats Rollins. So, next one I want to talk about, Edge versus Finn Balor in an I Quit match. Oh my god. This is going to be interesting, because on one hand, you have Edge, who I would honestly consider this his last stand against Judgment Day, especially now that Judgment Day has Dominic Mysterio with them, and he's fallen under the control of Rhea Ripley. You know, insert dudes online acting like Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me in Dom's position. You know, whatever. On the other hand, you know, it's just, I mean, I feel like this could go either way. It really depends on what Triple H wants to do. Judgment Day has gotten a massive shot in the arm as of late, and I think, you know, especially with Dominic joining them, now everybody's got their opinions on Dominic. I think he's going to flourish in his own way, one way or the other. As far as this match goes, I will say this much. This one and McIntyre versus Kross are the two matches that give me the biggest feeling that during one or the other, the White Rabbit, who I'm pretty sure we all know at this point is going to be Bray Wyatt, appears. Now, reportedly, Bray, or I should say the White Rabbit, quote unquote, again, figuring it's Bray, may not be there physically, so I would imagine it would be like, I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe he does show up in person. Who knows? But this whole White Rabbit tease thing has been beyond phenomenal. It has been just everybody looking for every single fucking clue possible and just dissecting everything. It has been so much fun to be a part of. And reportedly, WWE Creative has been hands off with it, which means if it's Bray, which I don't, who the fuck else could do this? Could go, you know, make all these callbacks to past tweets, you know, moments, all this other shit throughout Bray's history. I mean, it literally, this is, Bray's going to show up one way or the other. He's going to be there. And I'm telling you right now, like the White Rabbit clues we got tonight, one of them basically says as the date of Extreme Rules. So I'm not sure if we're going to get anything on Smackdown on Friday, but whatever happens, it's going to happen in Extreme Rules. If either Edge versus Balor or Kross versus McIntyre is the main event, probably Edge versus Balor, if I'm being honest, because I don't think you'd want to have a strap match as the main event. Either or, Bray will show up in some way, shape, or form. And then there's, of course, there's also, well, what happens with Alexa? Because as of late, some of this stuff's been happening while Lex has been on TV, especially tonight. Makes you wonder, is part of what Bray is doing, is he going after her because of her turning her back on him? I mean, bro, oh my god, this is going to be crazy. As far as the match goes, I think in the end, Balor makes Edge quit. I think he does it. I mean, yes, it's one-on-one, but you're also kind of going into a 3-on-1 situation with Priest and Mysterio at ringside, and Rhea's there too, so, kind of 4-on-1, but Edge can't really do anything to her unless Beth shows up, Beth Phoenix that is, to try to take care of Rhea, which, yes, that's a match I'd like to see, please. Beth and Rhea, that is. I think Finn gets it done. I think he does. And since I already mentioned it, I might as well go dive into McIntyre versus Kross in the strap match. I mean, the crazy thing about this is Bray's done a strap match as The Fiend before. Remember, Daniel Bryan, Royal Rumble. It happened. I do believe Kross wins this one. He's been fire with his promos, and Drew's been standing his ground. He's been talking his shit. I do think Kross beats McIntyre, and if this is where Bray shows up, I could either way, Edge is gonna get written off if he says I quit, regardless. If Bray shows up, if the lights go out and Bray shows up in the Drew Kross match and then Kross wins, I think part of me feels like Drew might get written off for a little while, because recently it came out he was dealing with some, I think it was food poisoning or something health related, and he's been busting his ass for the last several months. I do think Drew is worthy of getting some time off, and whatnot. But we'll see what happens. I think Kross definitely will score the W. And again, it's either here or during Edge versus Balor that Bray makes his return in some capacity. So with that out of the way, we now get to the women's matches. And this is going to be awesome. So first up, Liv versus Ronda. Extreme Rules match for the SmackDown Women's title. Liv's fucking retaining. Liv is retaining. I don't necessarily... I have this feeling like Ronda is kind of a placeholder, because she's getting a rematch with Liv, sure, but Charlotte is looming. I have this funny feeling Charlotte will be back very soon. I don't think she comes back Friday. Maybe it's either she shows up Friday, shows up after Liv versus Ronda, or she shows up next Friday. One of those options, in my opinion. Again, Morgan retains, and what will be a hellacious match. And if you saw what she did to Lacey last, on SmackDown, Lacey Evans, that is, and all this other shit. Oh my god, bro. I have a feeling Liv's going to retain. Now, Charlotte should be back soon, I'm thinking. And speaking of Charlotte, interestingly enough, Andrade has, her husband, has a match over in AEW coming up this week, against one of the guys from the Dark Order. Yeah, I know, you didn't expect me to talk about AEW in a WWE prediction video. Well, here you go. The reason why I bring it up is the stipulation of the match is if Andrade wins, he gets the mask of the Dark Order member. It's also on the 3-year anniversary of Brody Lee's passing, so there's that significance. And I believe Brody had given the guy the mask, if I'm not mistaken. But if Andrade loses, he's out of AEW. Almost makes you wonder, Are they waiting for Andrade, and then he comes back to WWE, and he re-debuts alongside a returning Charlotte? Maybe. I don't know. But Liv retains over Ronda, and then we'll see what happens with Ronda. Because you really don't need Ronda right now until Becky comes back, so you can start that up for WrestleMania next year. So then that leaves us with Bianca Belair against Bayley in the ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca, of course, with Alexa and Asuka. Bayley with Dakota and Io. And Damage Control fucking snapped tonight. They attacked Asuka in the back. Well, really, they attacked Alexa and Asuka, but namely Asuka. Alexa faced Io in the main event. Io won, and then they attacked Alexa, which I think just further plays into Alexa potentially snapping, because she's gonna get sick and tired of the losing. And Damage Control, with them snapping, they're now actually taking control. If there's one title that's gonna change hands, well, really, there's only 2 championships that are up for grabs, and it's both of the women's titles. But if there's one that's gonna change hands, it's this one. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Bayley beats Bianca with Alexa turning on Bianca and Asuka and going dark again. It would be something else. And again, just in general. And again, bro, like, I'm so fucking excited for this. I'm so fucking excited for the show. I'm so excited for Friday. I can't wait. The back-to-back days of WWE action, and I'm so excited for it. So, once again, running back to my predictions: Imperium, Balor, Bayley, Kross, Riddle, Morgan. Lock them in. Those guys and gals will get their W's. We'll see how we do. With all that being said, thank you all for watching. Catch y'all next time. Peace.